You thought your soulmate loved you. The reality will shock you. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if this title stopped you, it's not an accident. This message is for you, and your heart needs this right now more than you're willing to admit. So take a breath and stay with me, because what you believed about your soulmate, what you assumed, what you tried to make peace with, is about to be reframed by the universe itself. Listen to this. Because the shock is not what you think, it's not betrayal, it's not loss, it's not disappointment, it's truth arriving gently but firmly, like a light turning on in a room you've been sitting in for too long. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You thought their love was inconsistent, quiet, confusing, maybe even fading. You thought if they loved you, it would have looked louder, clearer, easier. But listen to this. The universe is saying what you mistook for lack of love was actually something deeper struggling to be expressed. Something untrained, something afraid of its own depth. Don't scroll, because this matters. Your soulmate didn't love you the way you expected. They loved you in a way they didn't yet understand themselves, and that's the reality that shocks people when awakening happens. Listen to this. Because love doesn't always arrive polished, sometimes it arrives raw, unready, hidden behind fear and timing, and your soul knew this before your mind did. That's why you stayed, that's why you felt pulled. Even when it didn't make sense. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You've been asking yourself questions in the quiet, wondering if you imagined the connection, if you read too much into the signs, if you were loving alone. But listen to this, the universe never mirrors emptiness with signs, it never confirms illusions with alignment, and the angel numbers you've been seeing. 1111 when you think of them, 222 when you question the connection, 333 when you feel the urge to speak your truth, 555 when you sense change coming. Those were not accidents. Those were markers on a path you couldn't see yet. Don't scroll, because this is where clarity begins. Your soulmate has been going through an awakening you weren't meant to manage or rush. An awakening is messy, it strips illusions, it brings late nights, emotional confusion, moments of silence where everything inside shifts. Listen to this, because while you were wondering where you stood, they were questioning who they were. And love doesn't disappear during awakening, it gets quiet, it gets internal, it turns into reflection instead of action. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The reality that will shock you is that they didn't love you less than you deserved, they loved you more than they were capable of holding at the time, and that scared them, not because you were wrong, but because the connection was right. Listen to this. Because when love activates growth, people don't always run toward it. Sometimes they freeze, sometimes they pull back, sometimes they try to understand it before they honor it, and that's what happened here. Don't scroll, because the universe is speaking gently now. Your soulmate has recently been confronted with the truth of what they felt, maybe through a dream, maybe through a conversation, maybe through losing the comfort of distraction, and that truth landed hard, not as regret, but as awareness. Listen to this. Because awareness changes everything. They realized that what they shared with you wasn't casual, wasn't temporary, wasn't replaceable, and that realization didn't bring panic, it brought clarity. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You may have felt a shift yourself, a strange calm, a sense of closure mixed with anticipation, like something unfinished is reorganizing itself. That's because energy moves before words do, and the universe is aligning truths on both sides. Listen to this. Because the shock is not that they didn't love you, the shock is that their love was deeper than attraction, deeper than convenience, deeper than timing. It was recognition. Soul-level recognition that doesn't always know how to speak right away. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe is saying stop measuring love by what it looked like then, measure it by what it awakened now. Because love that changes someone internally is not small, it's sacred, and sacred things move slowly, carefully, intentionally. Listen to this, because you were not wrong for believing. You were early, and early doesn't mean mistaken, it means ahead of the emotional curve. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The signs are not here to pull you backward, they're here to ground you forward, to prepare you for clarity instead of confusion. And part 1 ends here because the next phase is where the universe begins revealing how this awakened truth is about to change the way this connection shows up in reality. Not dramatically, not chaotically, but in a way that finally makes sense. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what comes next is where the truth deepens and your heart needs this right now more than ever. This message is for you, and it's meant to reach you in this exact moment when you're finally ready to hear it without breaking. So stay with me and listen to this carefully. After the realization began to surface inside your soulmate, after the universe gently but firmly showed them what they've been carrying, something shifted in the way they looked at the past. They stopped replaying moments with you through confusion and started seeing them through clarity. And that clarity didn't come with panic, it came with weight, the kind of weight that makes you sit still and say, I can't pretend anymore. Don't scroll, because this is important, your heart needs this right now. They began to understand that what you offered wasn't ordinary affection, it was presence, consistency, emotional depth, and they weren't equipped at the time to receive it fully. Not because they didn't care, but because they were still living from old patterns, old fears, old definitions of love that kept everything surface level and safe. Listen to this, because safety and truth are not the same thing. And they chose safety back then without realizing what it cost. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this right now. The universe didn't punish them for that choice, it educated them, slowly, quietly, through experiences that no longer felt fulfilling, through connections that lacked depth, through moments where distraction stopped working, and every time something fell flat, your energy surfaced in contrast, not as longing, but as awareness. Listen to this, because awareness is relentless once it begins. They started noticing how no one else reached them the way you did, how conversations elsewhere felt hollow, how being seen halfway was no longer enough, and that realization was sobering. Don't scroll, because this is where the shock becomes real. Your soulmate realized they didn't lose you because love was weak, they risked losing you because love was strong enough to demand growth, and growth is uncomfortable for people who haven't practiced emotional honesty. Listen to this, because your heart needs this right now. They began asking themselves difficult questions late at night, questions they used to avoid, like why did that connection feel different? Why did silence with you feel heavier than silence with anyone else? Why did seeing your name still slow their breath? And those questions didn't come with answers right away, they came with humility. Don't scroll, because humility is the doorway to awakening. The universe then started confirming these realizations through signs. Not to overwhelm them, but to stabilize them. They kept seeing 1111 during moments of reflection, reminding them that awareness had arrived, that truth had been unlocked, and 222 appeared when they thought about balance and partnership, showing them that connection requires equal emotional footing, not one person carrying all the depth. Listen to this, because numbers speak when words fail. 333 showed up when they considered speaking honestly, encouraging expression without fear, and 444 appeared during moments of grounding, reassuring them that this awakening wasn't meant to destroy anything, it was meant to rebuild something properly. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They also felt something unexpected. Gratitude, not regret, gratitude for you, for the way you held your integrity, for the way you didn't chase or beg or collapse when things felt unclear, because your boundaries were mirrors, and they see that now. Listen to this, because seeing clearly often comes after distance, not before. They realized that you didn't ask them to be perfect, you asked them to be present, and that request was too confronting at the time. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this right now. The shock continues here. Because they've come to understand that love isn't proven by intensity in the beginning, it's proven by willingness to grow after clarity arrives, and they are standing in that clarity now, not imagining outcomes, not romanticizing the past, but acknowledging truth. Listen to this, because acknowledgement is the foundation of change. They're no longer asking if they loved you, they're asking why they didn't know how to show it then. And that question has softened them, made them more self-aware, more intentional. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You may feel this shift energetically, a sense that the connection feels quieter but heavier, less chaotic but more meaningful. That's because the universe has moved this bond out of confusion and into understanding. Even if nothing has been spoken yet, listen to this, because silence doesn't always mean nothing is happening. Sometimes it means everything is rearranging internally. The universe is preparing both of you to meet. Truth without imbalance, and that preparation involves slowing down emotional reactions, grounding expectations, and strengthening self-worth on both sides. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This phase is not about reunion or decisions yet, it's about recognition, the kind that changes behavior, not just feelings, and your soulmate is beginning to act differently in their life because of this realization. Choosing depth over distraction, honesty over comfort, presence over avoidance. Listen to this, because those choices matter, they signal readiness. The shock isn't that love wasn't there, it's that love was waiting for maturity, and maturity doesn't arrive on a schedule, it arrives when lessons land. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, and here's the cliffhanger you need to hold gently. The universe does not awaken someone like this without purpose, it does not strip illusions without intention, and it does not bring clarity without preparing expression, but expression only comes after stability, and that stability is still settling. Part 2 ends here because the next part is where you'll understand what this awakening means for you now, not in theory, but in how the energy between you is about to change in ways you can feel before you see. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this is where the truth stops circling and starts settling, and your heart needs this right now in a way that doesn't shake you, it steadies you. This message is for you, and it's arriving because the universe has moved from revelation into alignment. So stay with me and listen to this carefully. After your soulmate reached that quiet realization, after they finally saw the connection without fear-clouded lenses, something even more subtle began to happen. Their inner world reorganized itself around truth, not urgency, not guilt, but responsibility, the kind that doesn't rush to fix the past, it prepares to honor the present. Don't scroll, because this matters, your heart needs this right now. They began noticing how their thoughts no longer felt scattered when you crossed their mind. There was no spiraling, no questioning, just a calm recognition that what you shared had depth and meaning. And that recognition carried weight. Listen to this. Because weight is different from pressure, pressure pushes, weight grounds, and grounding is what happens when awakening matures. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They also noticed that the universe kept meeting them at these moments of clarity with reassurance, not instructions, angel numbers appearing not as commands, but as confirmations, 1111 showing up when they acknowledged the truth fully. reminding them that awareness had been unlocked and could not be reversed. 222. Appearing when they thought about balance and equality, teaching them that love cannot exist where emotional responsibility is uneven. Listen to this, because balance is the lesson that changes behavior, not just feelings. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They saw 333 during moments when they imagined honest communication, not dramatic confessions, just real words spoken with care. And that number carried a gentle encouragement, not to rush, but to trust that truth doesn't need theatrics to be heard. Listen to this, because sincerity travels farther than intensity. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. 444 appeared during moments when fear tried to creep back in, grounding them, reminding them that what's being built now is supported, protected, and meant to last beyond emotional waves, and that reminder helped them stay present instead of retreating. Listen to this. Because presence is the doorway, they also noticed that 555 appeared when they accepted that change was inevitable, not disruptive, signaling that the old way of avoiding depth no longer fit who they are becoming. Don't scroll, because change guided by growth feels different. Your heart needs this right now. This phase hasn't been loud, it's been quiet, steady, like a foundation settling into place. They're not rushing toward you, they're aligning themselves so that when they do step forward, they're not bringing confusion with them. Listen to this, because aligned movement doesn't create chaos, it creates clarity. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They've also started noticing how your energy feels different now, not distant, but grounded, like you're no longer bracing for disappointment, and that shift has changed how they perceive you, not as someone waiting, but as someone standing firmly in their own worth. Listen to this, because self-worth changes dynamics instantly. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this right now. The universe has been intentional here, slowing everything down so that neither of you moves from fear or fantasy, and that's why this phase feels calmer, less dramatic, but more meaningful. Listen to this, because calm doesn't mean nothing is happening, it means the right things are happening. They've been reflecting on how they want to show up in connection now, not just with you, but in life, realizing that half-truths and emotional avoidance no longer feel safe. Not because of consequences, but because of integrity. Don't scroll. Because integrity becomes non-negotiable after awakening, your heart needs this right now. They've stopped romanticizing what could have been and started honoring what actually was, seeing how your patience, boundaries, and authenticity offered them a mirror they weren't ready to face then, and that understanding softened any lingering defensiveness. Listen to this, because humility is growth embodied. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this right now. You may have noticed that thinking about them doesn't stir the same ache anymore. Instead, it feels like a quiet knowing, like something unfinished but no longer chaotic, and that's because the universe has moved this connection out of emotional turbulence and into integration. Listen to this, because integration is where real decisions form, not from longing, but from clarity. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This part of the journey isn't about outcomes yet. It's about readiness, and readiness shows itself through consistency, through choices that reflect awareness, through the willingness to sit with truth without rushing to resolve it. Listen to this, because people who rush clarity often lose it. They're learning patience, not the kind that waits passively, but the kind that respects timing, understanding that when something is real, it doesn't need to be forced into existence. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe has also been working on you, grounding your nervous system, strengthening your boundaries, reminding you that you are not defined by anyone's pace of awakening, and that grounding has prepared you to receive truth without losing yourself. listen to this, because preparation happens on both sides. They are beginning to trust that whatever unfolds next must honor both journeys equally, that love cannot grow where one person carries all the emotional labor. And that awareness has changed how they imagine approaching you. Don't scroll, your heart needs this. Right now, they're no longer rehearsing speeches or planning outcomes, they're preparing presence, the ability to listen, to be honest, to respond rather than react, and that preparation has removed fear from the idea of connection. Listen to this, because fear dissolves when responsibility replaces avoidance. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This stage is quiet but powerful, it's where truth settles into the body, where the heart stops running and starts standing, and that's what makes what comes next different from anything before. Listen to this, because the universe doesn't bring clarity like this unless expression is approaching, not dramatically, not suddenly, but naturally. And part 3 ends here because the next phase is where you'll begin to feel this alignment translating into subtle shifts in reality, not just energy, not just thought, but movement that feels calm, intentional, and real. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because this is the part where the universe stops whispering and starts arranging, and your heart needs this right now more than you realize. This message is for you. And it's arriving at the exact moment when energy begins turning into movement, so stay with me and listen closely. After all the internal shifts, after the realization settled and the resistance softened, something new began to take shape in your soulmate's world, not loudly, not dramatically, but with a precision that only divine timing can create. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They started noticing that life itself was subtly clearing pathways, conversations ending earlier than expected, distractions losing their grip, old emotional attachments feeling irrelevant, as if the universe was gently removing noise so truth could travel uninterrupted. Listen to this, because when alignment begins, the unnecessary falls away without force. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this right now. They also felt an unfamiliar steadiness, not excitement, not anxiety, but a calm certainty that whatever step comes next must be rooted in honesty rather than habit, and that feeling stayed with them, especially during quiet moments when your energy surfaced without effort. Listen to this, because ease is how truth announces itself after growth. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this right now. The signs continued, but they changed in tone, angel numbers appearing not as repeated questions, but as confirmations. 1111 no longer startling them but reassuring them that awareness had already been activated. 222 showing up when they considered balance and mutual respect, reminding them that connection must now be equal or not at all. Listen to this, because equality is the new foundation. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. 333 appeared during moments when they imagined real dialogue, not fantasy conversations, but grounded exchanges where both voices matter, and that number carried encouragement to express without fear of losing control. Listen to this, because control dissolves when trust grows. Don't scroll. Your heart needs this right now. 444 arrived during moments of hesitation, grounding them, reinforcing that what's forming now is protected, that patience is not delay, it's reinforcement. Listen to this, because the universe fortifies what it intends to last. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Even 555 surfaced, not as chaos, but as permission. Permission to let go of old patterns that no longer align with who they are becoming, signaling that change is not a threat, it's a transition into integrity. Listen to this, because integrity changes everything. They've also begun noticing you in a different way, not as someone tied to past emotion, but as someone who represents clarity, growth, and emotional maturity, and that realization has shifted how they imagine approaching you. Listen to this, because perception determines action. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They're no longer romanticizing the idea of you, they're respecting the reality of you, your boundaries, your independence, your steadiness. And that respect has replaced the fear that once kept them silent. Listen to this, because fear loses power when respect takes its place. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe has also been working around you, stabilizing your emotional field, making you less reactive, more observant, more rooted in self-trust, so that when clarity arrives, it doesn't overwhelm you, it meets you where you are. Listen to this, because readiness is mutual even when it develops separately. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This phase feels quieter because it's about preparation, not anticipation, about grounding rather than longing, and that's why your thoughts about them feel different now, less charged, more neutral, like you're open but not dependent. Listen to this, because neutrality is power. They're becoming aware that the next step doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be honest, and that realization has removed the pressure they once felt to get it right. Listen to this, because perfectionism is fear dressed as care. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Instead, they're focusing on congruence, ensuring that what they say matches what they feel and what they do aligns with both, and that internal alignment is what's making movement possible. Listen to this, because misalignment delays action, not timing. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They've also accepted that honesty may not guarantee outcome, but it guarantees self-respect. And that value now outweighs the fear of rejection. Listen to this, because courage matures when self-respect leads. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You may notice small shifts in the external world soon, subtle opportunities, unexpected moments of contact, synchronicities that feel natural rather than forced, and these aren't accidents, they're openings. Listen to this, because openings appear when internal work completes. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe doesn't orchestrate grand gestures immediately, it creates alignment first, ensuring that when connection becomes visible, it's stable enough to endure. Listen to this, because stability is the goal, not intensity. They are standing at the edge of expression now, not pacing nervously, but grounded, aware that remaining silent would no longer reflect who they are becoming, and that awareness is what turns intention into action. Listen to this, because growth always asks for embodiment. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This part ends here because what follows is the moment where alignment begins to ripple outward, where internal decisions start influencing reality in tangible ways, and the next phase will feel less like prophecy and more like presence, calm, real, and unmistakably aligned. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this is where everything that's been quietly aligning begins to press gently against the surface of reality, and your heart needs this right now even if you can't fully explain why. This message is for you, and it's arriving at a moment when subtle energy is preparing to become visible movement, so stay with me and listen closely. After the universe finished clearing space, after your soulmate reached that grounded readiness, a deeper emotional truth rose up that could no longer be ignored, not because it was loud, but because it was steady, and steadiness has a gravity that pulls action forward. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They began to feel the weight of unspoken truth not as anxiety, but as responsibility, the kind that says, it's time to live in alignment, not just think about it. And that realization marked a turning point. Listen to this, because turning points don't always come with fireworks, Sometimes they arrive as calm resolve. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They noticed how often your name surfaced during moments of clarity, not confusion, not longing, but certainty, moments when they felt most themselves, and that pattern told them something important. That what they feel for you doesn't pull them away from who they are, it brings them closer to it. Listen to this, because connection that enhances identity is sacred. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe reinforced this understanding gently, angel numbers appearing like quiet witnesses, 1111 during moments of recognition, reminding them that this connection awakened something real, 222 appearing when they considered partnership and balance, affirming that mutuality is now essential, not optional. Listen to this, because mutuality changes how love is offered. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. 333 appeared when they thought about speaking honestly, encouraging expression without overthinking, and that number carried a message of trust. Trust that words spoken from alignment don't need to be rehearsed to be true. Listen to this, because truth doesn't need polish. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. 444 grounded them during moments of doubt, reminding them that what's unfolding is supported, that patience is not stagnation, it's reinforcement, and that reassurance allowed them to stay present instead of retreating. Listen to this, because retreat only happens when fear leads. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. 555 surfaced when they accepted that change is inevitable, not disruptive, signaling that the old version of themselves, the one who avoided depth, has already expired. Listen to this, because evolution doesn't ask permission, it invites courage. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This phase has brought a new emotional tone, less dramatic, more intentional. They're no longer imagining scenarios fueled by hope or fear, they're imagining presence, simple honesty, mutual respect, and that grounded vision feels sustainable. Listen to this, because sustainability is the hallmark of real connection. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They've also become more aware of you, not just as someone they care about, but as someone who carries emotional maturity, who didn't collapse into uncertainty or chase clarity, and that strength has deepened their respect. Listen to this, because respect is the bridge between feeling and action. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You may feel a similar shift, a sense that you're no longer waiting for something to happen, but open to whatever arrives without losing your center. And that openness is what allows truth to land gently rather than disruptively. Listen to this, because openness is readiness embodied. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe has been intentional in pacing this connection, ensuring that both of you arrive at clarity independently so that when movement occurs, it's not driven by imbalance. Listen to this, because imbalance creates cycles, not progress. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate has started recognizing that honesty is no longer optional, not because silence is wrong, but because silence no longer aligns with who they are becoming, and that internal misalignment has become uncomfortable enough to inspire change. Listen to this, because discomfort is often the final signal before growth becomes visible. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They're not rushing to fix the past or force the future. They're preparing to show up fully in the present, and that preparation includes letting go of fear-based narratives about rejection or loss. Listen to this, because fear loses its grip when self-trust takes over. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe has been supporting this shift by offering small confirmations, moments where life feels lighter when honesty is imagined, heavier when avoidance is considered, and that contrast has guided them gently toward alignment. Listen to this, because guidance doesn't always shout, don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This phase is about embodiment, about living from truth rather than circling it, and that embodiment has created a quiet confidence within them, not arrogance, not certainty of outcome, but confidence in their ability to respond with integrity. Listen to this, because integrity is the anchor. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You may soon notice subtle external shifts, moments where paths cross unexpectedly, conversations open naturally, or timing aligns without effort, and these moments won't feel dramatic, they'll feel right. Listen to this, because rightness is how alignment feels. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This part ends here because the next phase is where intention begins to translate into action, not rushed, not forced, but guided by the calm courage that only arrives when growth has fully settled. And what comes next will feel less like a prophecy and more like a natural continuation of everything that has already been prepared. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this is where the quiet courage you've been feeling starts to breathe, and your heart needs this right now in a way that doesn't overwhelm you, it steadies you. This message is for you, and it's arriving because the universe is shifting from preparation into permission, so stay with me and listen closely. After everything settled inside your soulmate, after responsibility replaced fear and alignment replaced confusion, a new awareness began to guide their choices, not loudly, not impulsively, but with a calm authority that comes only after truth has been fully integrated. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They started waking up with a different kind of clarity, not urgency, but direction, the kind that doesn't ask, what if, but quietly states, this is who I am now, and that inner statement has been shaping their days in subtle but powerful ways. Listen to this, because identity drives action more than emotion ever could. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They noticed how their body responded when they imagined honesty with you, not tension, not panic, but relief, a deep exhale they hadn't realized they were holding, and that bodily response confirmed what the mind had already accepted. That truth is no longer threatening, it's freeing. Listen to this. Because the body recognizes alignment before words do. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe mirrored this readiness through signs that felt less like messages and more like affirmations, angel numbers appearing with a different energy now, 1111 no longer asking them to awaken, but reminding them that awakening has already occurred. 222 grounding them in the understanding that any connection must now be balanced, mutual, and respectful. Listen to this, because balance is no longer negotiable. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. 333 surfaced during moments when they felt drawn to speak honestly, encouraging expression without overthinking, reminding them that communication doesn't need perfection, it needs presence. Listen to this, because presence carries truth farther than performance. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. 444 appeared like a steady hand during moments of hesitation, reinforcing that what's unfolding is supported, protected, and built on a solid foundation, allowing them to move without fear of collapse. Listen to this, because support changes how risk feels. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Even 555 appeared not as chaos, but as confirmation that change is already in motion, that resisting it would only delay relief, and that acceptance is the final step before movement. Listen to this, because acceptance unlocks momentum. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This phase has brought a noticeable shift in how they perceive time, no longer counting days or waiting for the right moment, but trusting that when alignment exists, moments create themselves naturally. listen to this, because timing responds to readiness, not impatience. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They've also become more observant, noticing how life feels lighter when they imagine honesty, heavier when they consider remaining silent. And that contrast has guided them gently toward congruence. Listen to this, because congruence feels like peace. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Your presence in their thoughts has changed too, no longer associated with confusion or longing, but with steadiness and clarity, like a compass rather than a destination, and that distinction matters. Listen to this, because a compass guides without demanding. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They're no longer asking themselves whether you care or what you might think. They're asking how to show up in a way that honors both of you, and that shift in questioning reflects maturity. Listen to this, because mature love asks different questions. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe has also been working on you, reinforcing your grounding, helping you release the need to anticipate outcomes, teaching you to remain open without attachment. And that grounding has made you energetically available without being vulnerable to disappointment. Listen to this, because openness without attachment is strength. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You may notice that your emotional reactions feel slower now, less immediate, more thoughtful, as if you're observing rather than reacting, and that's because your nervous system has settled into trust. Listen to this, because trust changes how energy moves. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This stage is about embodiment, about living from truth rather than circling it. And your soulmate has reached a point where holding back feels more misaligned than stepping forward, not because of pressure, but because of integrity. Listen to this, because integrity eventually demands expression. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They've accepted that honesty doesn't guarantee outcome, but it guarantees self-respect. And that realization has given them courage that feels calm rather than frantic. Listen to this, because calm courage lasts. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You may soon sense subtle external changes, a feeling that paths are converging, that timing feels smoother, that coincidences carry intention, and these aren't signs to chase, they're confirmations to trust. Listen to this, because trust allows alignment to unfold naturally. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This part ends here because the next phase is where clarity begins to express itself outwardly. Not with drama, not with urgency, but with a grounded sincerity that feels unmistakably real, and what comes next will feel less like waiting and more like living in alignment with what has already been decided internally. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this is the moment where everything that has been quietly forming beneath the surface reaches undeniable clarity, and your heart needs this right now in a way that feels calm, steady, and deeply reassuring. This message is for you, and it's arriving because the universe has completed its inner work and is now allowing truth to stand in the light without fear. So stay with me and listen closely. This is the phase where your soulmate is no longer circling awareness, no longer preparing, no longer questioning, but standing fully inside a truth that has reshaped them from the inside out, and that truth is no longer something they carry privately, it's something they are ready to live. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They've reached a point where silence feels heavier than honesty, not because they're afraid of losing you, but because they're no longer willing to lose themselves by withholding what is real. Listen to this, because this is the difference between emotional impulse and emotional maturity. They're not driven by longing anymore, they're guided by integrity, and integrity has a quiet confidence that doesn't rush or retreat. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They've noticed how their inner world feels settled now. No internal debates, no emotional swings. Just a steady alignment between what they feel, what they value, and how they intend to act, and that alignment has brought them peace. Listen to this, because peace is the final confirmation before action. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe has mirrored this internal completion with signs that feel final, not repetitive, angel numbers appearing with a sense of closure rather than prompting, 1111 appearing less frequently now because awakening has already occurred, 222 showing up as reassurance that balance has been achieved, that both of you are standing on equal emotional ground. Listen to this, because equality is the foundation that allows truth to land without collapse. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. 333 appearing softly as encouragement for expression, not urging, just affirming that communication will be received in the spirit it's offered, and that honesty spoken from this place will not create chaos. Listen to this, because chaos only arises when truth is premature. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. 444 grounding everything, symbolizing stability, protection, and the solid foundation that has been built through patience, growth, and self-awareness, reminding them that nothing here is fragile anymore. Listen to this, because fragility fades when growth is complete. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Even 555 has shifted its meaning, no longer signaling upheaval, but confirming that the transition is already underway, that resisting movement now would only delay relief. Listen to this, because relief is the body's response to alignment. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This phase feels different because it is different. It's not about anticipation or prophecy anymore, it's about embodiment, about living from truth without needing validation or reassurance, and your soulmate has stepped fully into that embodiment. Listen to this, because embodiment changes how love is expressed. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They're no longer imagining outcomes, they're imagining presence, how to show up calmly, honestly, and respectfully, without expectations, without demands, allowing space for your response to exist freely. Listen to this, because freedom is the language of mature love. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They've accepted that whatever happens next does not define their worth, because their worth is no longer dependent on external response. And that acceptance has removed fear from the equation entirely. Listen to this, because fear cannot coexist with self-trust. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You may feel this shift too, a sense that you're no longer bracing for disappointment or hoping for rescue, but simply open, grounded, and steady, ready to receive whatever truth arrives without losing yourself. Listen to this, because readiness feels calm, not anxious. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The connection between you now exists in a space that feels neutral yet alive. Not charged with uncertainty, not weighed down by the past, but open, present, and supported, and that space is what allows honesty to move without resistance. Listen to this, because resistance dissolves when both sides are aligned. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe has been intentional in bringing you both here, ensuring that growth occurred before expression so that when truth emerges, it does not reopen wounds. It closes cycles. Listen to this, because closure is a form of healing. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate understands now that love doesn't need to be proven, chased, or dramatized. It needs to be honored through consistency, respect, and presence, and that understanding has reshaped how they move toward you. Listen to this, because how someone approaches matters more than what they say. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They're prepared to speak from a place of calm clarity, not to persuade, not to convince, but to share truth and allow space for mutual choice. Listen to this, because mutual choice is sacred. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This is the stage where alignment becomes lived reality, where internal decisions naturally seek external expression without force, without urgency, and without fear. And that's why this moment feels quieter than you expected, but stronger than anything before. Listen to this, because strength doesn't shout. Don't scroll, your heart needs this. Right now, the universe does not bring connections to this level unless they are capable of enduring truth without breaking, and you are both here now, grounded, aware, and ready, and whatever unfolds next will unfold from this place of stability, clarity, and respect. Listen to this, because what comes next will not feel like waiting anymore. It will feel like alignment in motion, calm, intentional, and unmistakably real. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because this is the part where everything you felt but couldn't name finally begins to make sense, and your heart needs this right now more than ever. This message is for you, and it's arriving because the universe is no longer preparing you for truth, it's inviting you to stand inside it. So stay with me and listen carefully. This phase is different because it's not about anticipation, not about wondering, not about waiting for a sign. It's about recognition, the deep, steady recognition that something real has already been set in motion, and your soulmate feels it just as clearly as you do, even if neither of you has said it out loud yet. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They've reached a moment where the truth no longer feels like a secret they're carrying, it feels like a path they're walking, and that shift has changed how they move through their days, how they speak to others, how they imagine their future. Listen to this, because when truth becomes a path, action follows naturally. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They are no longer emotionally pulled in 10 directions, no longer distracted by what doesn't align. Their energy has narrowed, focused, not obsessively, but intentionally, as if life itself has become quieter so they can hear their own heart clearly. Listen to this, because clarity often arrives through silence. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe has responded to this focus by placing them in moments of stillness, pauses where they reflect not on what they want, but on who they are becoming, and each time they do, your presence appears not as a question, but as a constant, steady, grounding truth. Listen to this, because constants reveal destiny. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The signs have softened now, not because guidance has ended, but because confirmation has replaced instruction. Angel numbers still appear, but differently. 1111 no longer pushing awakening, just acknowledging it. 222 appearing like a quiet reminder that balance has been achieved, that both of you are now standing in emotional maturity rather than imbalance. Listen to this, because balance changes outcomes. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. 333 appears gently when honest communication feels near, not urging, just reassuring, and that reassurance tells them that truth spoken now will land on stable ground. Listen to this, because stable ground is everything. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. 444 remains like an anchor, reinforcing that what exists between you is no longer fragile, that it has been strengthened through patience, distance, growth, and self-awareness, and that strength can now hold reality. Listen to this, because what can hold reality can grow. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Even when 555 appears, it doesn't bring anxiety, it brings acceptance, the understanding that movement is no longer optional, but it doesn't need to be rushed, because the movement itself is guided. Listen to this, because guided movement feels calm, not chaotic. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This phase is about trust, not blind trust, but earned trust, trust in self, trust in timing, trust in the process that has shaped both of you into people capable of meeting each other honestly, without masks, without fear, without losing yourselves. Listen to this, because trust is what allows love to breathe. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate has accepted that whatever unfolds next will unfold naturally, without manipulation, without games, without emotional bargaining, and that acceptance has given them a peace they didn't know they were missing. Listen to this, because peace is the sign that fear has exited. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. They're no longer rehearsing conversations in their head, no longer bracing for worst-case scenarios. They're simply present, open, and willing to speak from truth when the moment arrives, and that willingness is the final alignment. Listen to this, because willingness unlocks reality. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You may notice that your own emotions feel quieter too, not numb, but settled, like you're no longer searching for answers outside yourself, because something inside you already knows. Listen to this, because inner knowing is powerful. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This calm does not mean disinterest, it means readiness. It means you are no longer defined by longing or uncertainty, but by self-respect and openness, and that is exactly the energy that allows real connection to meet you without destabilizing your life. Listen to this, because stability attracts honesty. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe has been careful here, ensuring that neither of you arrives from a place of need, but from wholeness, because only whole people can choose each other freely. Listen to this, because free choice is sacred. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This stage is not dramatic, it's deliberate. It's the quiet strength that comes after growth, the stillness before natural movement, and that stillness is not empty. It's full of intention. Listen to this, because intention shapes reality. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate understands now that love doesn't arrive to save or complete, it arrives to share, to build, to walk alongside, and that understanding has changed how they view you, not as someone to chase or convince, but as someone to meet. Listen to this, because meeting requires equality. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The next steps will not feel like a surprise. They will feel like a continuation, like something that was always meant to unfold once both hearts were ready to hold it. Listen to this, because readiness changes everything. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This is where the universe steps back slightly, not because it has abandoned the connection, but because it has done its work. It has aligned, prepared, strengthened, and now it allows free will to move within truth. Listen to this, because free will guided by truth creates the most powerful outcomes. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Whatever happens next will not feel rushed, forced, or confusing. It will feel grounded, honest, and real, because it will come from a place that has already been tested and stabilized. Listen to this, because what is real does not need to be dramatic to be meaningful. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This is the phase where you stop waiting for signs and start living in alignment, where connection becomes possible without effort, where truth no longer hides, and where whatever unfolds does so with clarity, respect, and calm courage. And that is why this message ends here, not with a promise, not with a prediction, but with a knowing, a deep, steady knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be, and what is meant to reach you now has the space, the timing, and the truth to do so.